कार्यावळीच्या निमतान आमी एक मुलाखतीची सिरीज हाडटा आनी तातूंत वेगवेगळे जे एंटरप्रेनर्स आसा वेगवेगळ्या फिल्डांतले तांचे कडेन आमी उलयता आनी जाणा जावन घेता की तांच्या पर्टिक्युलर फिल्डांत विद्यार्थ्यांक खंयच्यो खंयच्यो ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज आसा. सो आमचे बरोबर आसा सद्या एसियर सोल्युशनचे फावंडर एंड डिरेक्टर सुनया शिरोडकर. थँक्यू वेरी मच फॉर जॉयनिंग अस. पयलीं सगळ्यांत म्हत्वाचें म्हटल्यार रोबोटिक्स आनी कोडिंग इज युअर फोटे and we have seen you teaching so many students. Now, is this a hobby that someone has to pursue or this can be a full-time profession?
No, it can definitely be a profession, and after robotics and coding that has been introduced in the syllabus and it is being made compulsory by the center as well as the state, I think it is definite. One should be looking at it as a very professional, in a very
much professional.
Yeah.
And now, Asier Solutions deals with robotics and coding. Yes. Tell us more about your firm.
So what we do is, ours is not only a training company per se, but it's more about the robotic kits also that we have developed over here. So it's the products as well as the services when the training things come into the picture. So since nowadays, like robotics is already been introduced in the syllabus, so whatever we have developed, that goes hand in hand with the training part also.
So robotics is different and coding is different.
Yes.
And what kind of skill set that's required for anyone to think that I can go for coding or I can go for robotics?
I think definitely B is what we are looking out for. Bachelor's into any of the engineering domain. Someone into robotics, yeah, the moment you take one thing, you will have to learn all the other things. So coding is the basic skills that you require. So in the first year itself of any of BE or diploma engineering, the skill sets have been provided in the first year itself. So I think it's more than enough, and then you can keep on improvising on things, understanding more of the basic electronics part in terms of robotics. In terms of coding, the other different languages that you can go about and keep on learning, exploring those languages. And
so now if someone wants to pursue this as his career, he needs to have engineering degree.
Yeah, diploma.
Compulsory.
Yes.
Diploma in engineering.
Diploma in engineering or bachelor's.
And what kind of career that he can look out for? This is for general students, that's why I'm asking.
Being an edtech company, into the edtech domain, people can go ahead into training, becoming coaching, having be a freelancer and go ahead and start your own things. Like there are a lot of people in the state itself who have their own 3D printers. So they go ahead and they start teaching kids about what is 3D printing. So some of them start with basic C, C++, Java. So all these are freelancers who go ahead and teach this basic programming things.
So now,
yeah, and having said that, one can also start with their own thing also, and go ahead and become
entrepreneur. Can I just start my business? Like someone who's trained can start his own business once he learns coding and robotics? And
yeah, definitely.
And what kind of services that he would be delivering?
Services would be more in the training part, and helping children understand how to go ahead and design these robots and all.
Okay. So
things.
are we so advanced right now that Goan students would take up robotics or learn robotics, or we are actually far behind compared to other states?
I won't say we are advanced, but yeah, definitely when we talk about, we can definitely cope up and acquire those skills, learn those skills. Now with online learning and training platforms, anyone can acquire those skills. You don't really need to go to Bangalore and Pune to study these things and come back in Goa. You can always learn it online, skill yourself, and then go ahead and become an entrepreneur or become a freelancer or trainer.
Now once you are skilled, are we also looking at job opportunities in other states, like moving to Bombay or Bangalore or Pune?
Definitely.
What kind of jobs that are offered for this skill set, person with this skill set?
So when we talk about let me come back again to the edtech domain itself. So when we talk about this thing, it is more about, in an edtech domain, you don't only require a trainer or a coach, you also require someone into the R&D, you know, someone who is, so there is going to be a team who is going to be instructors, trainers, there has to be a team who is going to look at the R&D part of it. So you can always go back and, you know, be a part of an R&D team.
R&D team.
Yeah.
So now you can be part of an R&D team, research and development.
Yes.
And that's what is the salary scale? That's what even students would like to know. भुरग्यांक जाणा जावपाक की आपूण थंय गेला जाल्यार जोडटलो कितले? How much would be my salary package?
Yeah, in the state of Goa, it's going to be anything around, for the internship period, it's going to be around 18 to 20. But then as you scale, like, you know, as you scale up or you show your performance, it can go, I mean, it goes up to around 30, 35. More than that actually.
More than that.
More than that.
More the experience, more the salary.
Yes, more the experience, more the salary.
But is this something where more avenues are available, in the sense that if I enter this and then my scope gets narrowed, or my scopes get broader once I enter this kind of field?
I would say it definitely gets broader, because you have to keep on exploring new skills. It's not only once you learn coding, you are stuck only with coding. So there are different languages in coding. So you have to keep on learning new coding languages. So you keep on learning and you keep on growing.
स्वताचेर आसता अशें म्हणून.
Yes.
एक आमी उलयतना मदीं but you told us की maths, it's not, when you learn about coding, it is not just about coding, it is also enhancing your skills of mathematics.
Mathematics.
Can you just tell us more about that? And if I enhance the skill of mathematics, what are the benefits that I will get into, you know, going into some competitive exams or something like that?
Okay, so now when we talk about so robotics, coding and all this comes under technology and engineering, which are STEM of science and maths. So once you have these basics clear, like, you know, your science and your maths, so you keep on you keep on exploring new problems, you keep on, you know, solving these new problems. So your mindset is created of becoming solution oriented, thinking in a different direction. So definitely when you keep on solving different problems, you are encountering different problems and your math skills are getting better. And definitely when you are in your 10th standard, 11th, 12th, your entrance exams, that's the time since you have started thinking out of the box, and it's not the near field learning that you are taking, you are also taking the far field learning. So that's the reason you will, like, you know, that's what I believe, you will excel in your entrance exams also, because now you are applying the knowledge that you have learned.
So you learn lot of things when you are doing
Yes,
coding and robotics.
yes.
And म्हणून भुरगीं जी शिकता हांगा येवन पळय, they are trained for next 4-5 years, for 10 years.
Yeah, it's a particular mindset that is getting developed. So it's a slow process, but then once they get into robotics and coding at a young age, there are a lot of other things that is getting developed, and that will definitely help them in their 10th standard, 12th standard to crack those exams.
Okay, another thing, what is your experience about Goan kids are concerned? As far as Goan kids are concerned, you have been training so many Goan kids.
Very honestly, I'm like almost trained around, I think we have seen around 7,000 to 8,000 students, like wherein we have got them to GSIC, we have, like, you know, trained them one-to-ones. Given an exposure, given them the right skills, they are good to go. They have everything that they require.
गोंयकार भुरग्यांक
Yeah, anytime.
मातसो support दिलो जाल्यार they are good to go.
Anytime.
Better than, means they are at least par with a national average, or more than that.
We have to give the exposure, and then you can go ahead and compare, because now the exposure was not given, but now the platform has been made. So first let's give the exposure and then we can go ahead and compare, but not.
But yeah, हालीच जाला न्ही, if we go to see
Yeah.
robotics and
Yeah.
coding, for example, I think 6 years, 7 years earlier we never heard about these things. Now it is more often that people speak about it. People speak about teaching the kids how to do coding. So this is a very new thing.
New thing, this is not a very new thing. The new thing is basically parents getting educated and understanding that it is important for us to, you know, educate our child into these domains. So
It's a new thing.
it's a new thing.
It already existed, but
Yeah.
पेरंट्सांनी आतां एक्सेप्ट करता आनी वॉट कायंड ऑफ पेरंट्स यू सी दे मस्ट बी सम क्लास ऑफ पेरंट्स की बाबा ह्याच तरेचे पेरंट्स आसा जे भुरग्यांक धाडपाक सोदता अशें कितें आसा काय एक्रॉस ऑल दी
Yes, as of now it's a little bit that way, but I'm also seeing it moving. It's the educated and people who know about it, they want to push the student into coding and robotics. But then I'm seeing that the other parents also are getting aware of it. So yes, there are a lot of awareness programs about robotics and coding, so they are understanding what it is. And now the child is saying, because he's seeing it everywhere, he's saying I want to learn robotics and coding. So that's the reason, like the parents are like giving calls and inquiring. They will sit down for a discussion, understand what it is. They'll ask us, like people who are not educated, they'll come, they'll ask us about things. And they take a call on it, like they say yes, it's important for my child to learn coding or robotics.
आनी भुरगो जेन्ना आतां हें शिकता पळय न्ही तेन्ना पेरंट्साकूय नॉलेज आसची पडटा काय नॉर्मल एवरेज पेरंट जो बाकीचे कितें बिजनेस करता ही कॅन लेट इज चायल्ड गो इन टू दीस सो ताकाय तितली नॉलेज आसची पडटा की घरा कडेन वचून ताका मदत करची पडटली बी अशी
I don't think so, because once a child understands, once you give him that trigger to start, his curiosity will kick in and he will keep on exploring new things.
Are there any success stories as far as robotics and coding is concerned in Goa? I heard some 4-year-old or 4th standard child developing some software and
Yeah, so as I mentioned it earlier also, we have students like of 6 years of age.
6 years.
6 years. So they go ahead and they learn all these coding things, and also we have one of our student, Isha. I'm re-mentioning her again, but yeah, she has developed around 43 different kinds of apps, different types. Like you have to just tell her that this is the idea, this is what I want you to go about, and she will come up with different ideas and she'll present it to you.
How old is she?
She will be 8 now, but she was there with us when she was 6.5.
6.5 वर्साच्या भुरग्यान ॲप डेव्हलप केलं.
Yes.
You said 43 different kinds.
Yes, 43 different types.
Different types.
Yeah.
And this is thanks to coding.
Yeah. So their creativity also increases, and they show us like what. See, one thing is they don't have fear. There's no limitation. There's no one who is telling them you can't do this. And that's the reason they just go out and they keep on exploring and keep on building new things.
Another
They're fearless.
They are fearless.
Yeah.
They get all the moral support that is.
Yes.
And of course now training is there through Asier Solutions. Okay, robotics म्हणटा तेन्ना आमचे पयलीं तकलेन येता एक रोबोट आसतलो तो सगळीं कामां करतलो. He will look like a human, act like a human, So for those people who don't know robotics, what exactly is robotics as of now?
Okay. Now when we talk about robotics, as you rightly said, everyone thinks it's a humanoid robot, a robot or a machine which will look like a human. That is one kind of a robot, that's a humanoid robot. But we also have other kind of devices or machines. Any device, any electromechanical device that can make our work easier, simpler, you can consider that to be a robot.
Okay.
That's a simple definition.
That's a simple thing. आमचे काम easy करपी electromechanical device.
Electromechanical device.
ताका रोबोट म्हणपाचो. तो मनशा भशेन दिसपाची गरज ना.
गरज ना.
मशीन. Another thing, state governmentaचो सपोर्ट आसा हाका का इट्स ओनली private run, like private people run kind of sector?
No, government have definitely started with it. They have started with robotics and coding, and what they have done is they have already implemented it for 6th, 7th and 8th standard. They've started with Scratch, Kojo, and I think now they're going ahead with robotics also. So yes, definitely the awareness from state government is definitely there.
Support is also there for private players if they are venturing into this?
I believe as a startup they have supported.
Just like for any other startup?
For any other startup.
Okay, now last question. What do you see future of robotics and coding? आता गोंयान जितले robotics and coding चे training जाता, okay? What do you see the future? की ट्रेनिंग्स वाडटली, भुरगीं वाडटली, तातूंत चड इंट्रस्ट येतलो.
So yeah, I'm seeing the future very bright into this robotics and coding training, because now what will happen is, since it's made compulsory, everyone would want to learn about it. So definitely it's a huge scope wherein more students are going to come and get engaged. So how we had computer literacy earlier, when during our time wherein we had to learn maybe Word, Excel, presentation. So that was the era wherein we were introduced to computers that time. And then during my time, I remember in Chogules we were taught C, C++. That was a new thing, the new languages. Now it is coding and robotics. So it's going to be the same thing. Everyone has to learn that. It's more about computer literacy kind of a thing.
Okay.
This is kind of a technological literacy, you can say.
देव बरें करूं वेळ दिलो म्हणून. हे आशिल्ले सुनया शिरोडकर, फावंडर एंड डिरेक्टर ऑफ एसियर सोल्युशन्स. ते म्हणटा की रोबोटिक्स आनी कोडिंग ह्या फिल्डान फुडें भविश्य बरें आसा, उज्वल आसा. स्टुडंट्सांनी आनी खास करून जी सद्या शिकता आनी जेन्ना स्कुलान आसा तांणी आतांच इंट्रस्ट दाखोवपाचो, जाका लागून तांकां फुडारानूय फायदो जावपाक शकता. आनी जांणी BE केल्ली आसा, इंजिनियरींग केल्लें आसा, डिप्लोमा इन इंजिनियरींग, तांणी बी ह्या सॅक्टरा कडेन वळत जाल्यार तांचोय फुडार बरो आसा. 2 गजाली करपाक मेळटा. एक म्हळ्यार जॉब्स आसा, गोंयान आसा, गोंया भायरूय आसा, आनी स्वता गोंयान रावूनय तुमी आपलो वेवसाय सुरू करपाक शकतात. तुमी पळयतात ही खाशेली मुलाखत ऑन युअर फेवरेट वेबसायट www.goanewsup.com. प्रोडक्शन पार्टनर्स आहा प्रसाद देशपांडे मेंटोर, goabalin.com. कीप वॉचिंग.